What up, Hyperchange? Welcome to another episode of Moonshot Monday. Today we are talking about Amazon's plans to dominate the world of physical retail. Today, Amazon just opened its first Amazon Go store in Seattle. This was a concept that was unveiled a little over a year ago and is sort of like a high-end 7-Eleven with one major difference. You can just grab what you want off the shelf and walk out of the store. You will get automatically charged to your Amazon app. There is no waiting in lines. There isn't even cash registers in the store. This removes the biggest friction and pain point of the physical retail experience, which is the fact that you have to wait in line after picking your products. It makes everything take way longer. It's really annoying. It's boring. It's basically like sitting in traffic in the real world. And although Amazon has said they're not going to do this, I almost think this is inevitable. Amazon will replace all of the cashiers and all of the checkout technology at every single Whole Foods location with this new Just Walk Out technology. This is huge implications for Whole Foods and the company's competitive positioning. First of all, I think they can dramatically accelerate the foot traffic going into Whole Foods because without the line and the checkout process, it's simply just way easier to get a lot of people in and out. And especially during rush hour times, after work, on the weekends when most people are going. I mean, I live near the Union Square Whole Foods. It's just ridiculous. There's never less than a 20-minute line, no matter what time I go. 9:30 p.m. on a Tuesday night, 10 a.m. on a Monday morning. I've tried it all. I would go so much more frequently if I never had to wait and I could just grab and go. I think it'll be years before any of Whole Foods or Amazon's competitors can pull this off. The reason being, Amazon has a core expertise in big data and sensors and machine learning that they're leveraging to, there's a super complex system of cameras and sensors that need to be installed in every store to be able to get this to work. So here's what I think is going to go down. Amazon is going to be trialing this technology at this one Amazon Go store in Seattle. If it works, they're going to announce plans to open a bunch more tiny Amazon Go stores. And you might be like, wait, is that competing with Whole Foods? Not quite. This is a much smaller store footprint. Think more 7-Eleven to Whole Foods, which is a much bigger supermarket concept. Then I think we're going to see Amazon roll this out to every single Whole Foods location and eventually to every single Amazon Books location, which is their bookstore initiative that they launched a year or two ago. So now I'm thinking like, wow, Amazon has huge edge in dominating the entire world of physical retail with this Just Walk Out technology. And there's one other big thing that I want to mention. Amazon has access to unlimited cheap capital. Why does this matter? The grocery business is super thin margin, and all of their competitors have set an expectation with shareholders that they need to be producing consistent profits and paying consistent dividends. Amazon does not do this. As you probably know, they never make a profit. They don't pay a dividend. This means that the company as a whole can charge super low prices, undercut all of the competition, get everybody to shop at their stores, and make up for it in foot traffic despite having lower selling prices. This is a financial arbitrage that nobody can compete with or has. It's going to take Walmart years of convincing their investor base to invest heavily in the future and stomach not having profits for a couple years to be able to build out what Amazon has. Just an example of this, like at my Whole Foods, avocados are now 4 for $5 for organic Hass avocados. That's like an unbelievable deal. Everywhere else, they're $3. So I don't think Amazon is lowering prices on every product that much, but it's interesting to see them lower products on things like avocados, salmon, steak, that they know are going to bring people into the stores, and then they're always going to shop a bunch of other stuff, which isn't lower price, but they're being drawn in by these, $1.25 avocado deals. So now let's take a look at the financials. I did a quick model of what I think Amazon's physical business is going to look like. What's also really interesting is Amazon, for the first time in Q3 2017, started separating their revenue from physical stores from the rest of their income statement. This is because they bought Whole Foods. They did about $1.3 billion in physical store revenue in Q3. Whole Foods is only part of that quarter because they completed the acquisition in August. Whole Foods is on track to about $16 billion in revenue in this last 12 months, doing about $16.6 billion in 2018 revenue. That's about $35 million a store. And as you can see, I have Amazon's revenue per store from each Whole Foods location shifting up dramatically from $35 million to $40 million to $45 million by 2020. To put things in perspective, Walmart gets about $65 million in sales per store. So we're still not even getting close to Walmart. Whole Foods will be able to boost its productivity per store so dramatically, all based on this Just Walk Out technology. As Amazon starts to roll this out, I just think it's a no-brainer that more people are going to go into the store. They can get people in and out faster. It's going to be way easier to make small purchases knowing you don't have to wait in line. This is going to open a million possibilities for what they can do with Whole Foods. And the bottom line is what it's going to result in is dramatically increased sales across the entire Whole Foods business. So That is what it is. Now we have the Amazon Books store, which is another interesting part of their retail. Yes, they're selling books, but they're also selling a ton of Amazon tech products like the Echo, like the Kindle. They already have 16 of these stores open or coming soon. Some of them even have cafes in them. I took the average revenue from Barnes & Noble's, which had been falling from about 6 million to 4 million. So I assume the Amazon bookstores are gonna start at about 4 million in revenue per store, scaling to 5 million by 2020. And they're gonna have 40 stores by the end of 2020. I actually think this could be a low ball, but who knows, just some kind of back of the napkin projections. Then we have Amazon Go. And this was much harder to predict because Amazon hasn't really made any official plans about this, but I assume they're gonna pull off opening 4 Amazon Go stores this year, scaling to 50 stores by 2020. Now I have the same revenue per store projections for Amazon Go as I do for Amazon Books. I Googled the average revenue for a convenience store is about 3.5 million. I think Amazon's just gonna be able to do way better than that, eventually scaling to 5 million because of their Just Walk Out tech. So we add this all together. By 2020, Amazon is gonna have 600 plus stores doing about $25 billion in revenue. This is gonna be a huge new growth driver for the company. I still don't think it's off the table for them to acquire a fashion brand like Nordstrom's, Macy's, JCPenney, or Kohl's and expand into the apparel business and physical retail that way. So that would even accelerate these plans even more. I'm also sure that Amazon has a bunch of its own, internal concepts like Amazon Go and Amazon Books in the works, which could also come out in the next 2 years. So this is an area of growth that I think Amazon is going to focus on heavily going forward. And if you'll take a look at the chart, without physical retail, I assume that Amazon grows revenue 25% in 2018, 24% in 2019, 23% in 2020, kind of slowing linearly. Layered on top of that is the physical retail revenue, which is just gonna be growing, incredibly quickly as Whole Foods gets more productive, as they scale Amazon Go, as they scale Amazon Books. I mean, this could become 8 to 10% of their company's revenue within the next couple years. If you put this all together, you can see that I'm expecting with this new physical retail growth engine, Amazon's gonna be able to hit $350 billion in revenue, if not more, by 2020. I think this justifies a valuation of $1 trillion on less than a 3 times price sales multiple, which is about what they trade at right now. Yeah, so to sum it up, Amazon is gonna dominate the world of physical retail. This opening of the Amazon Go concept is just the tip of the iceberg to what we're gonna see. Amazon is gonna roll out this cashierless, no register technology to all of its physical retail stores. This is gonna disrupt physical retail forever until competitors can put this in place. Amazon is gonna be having, astronomically higher foot traffic than every competitor. They're gonna be able to move people in and out of stores faster. This is all gonna result to just dominant market share gains in all of the physical retail categories they compete in. If I was Walmart, I would be R&Ding this as fast as possible to get it in my stores. Same with Target, same with every other competitor, because you're just gonna look like a joke when I can go to Amazon stores, walk in and out, and in your stores, I have to wait in line. It'll feel like the dinosaur age. This is gonna be the biggest thing to happen to physical retail, perhaps since it was invented. No more lines. I'm stoked as a consumer that Amazon is pushing the needle on this. I'm gonna force every grocery store to step their shit up because I hate lines. This is Hyperchange, Moonshot Monday. Amazon dominates the world of physical retail starting today with the opening of Amazon Go. I'll see you guys next time. This is Hyperchange. Peace.